Hey everybody, final thoughts time for Stanza. And fans of Nuno Bizarro Sentiero and Paulo Soledad, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Once again, these two guys have delivered a ridiculously deep, rich, and crunchy Euro. This game gives you so much that you have to cogitate on and plan for. It's just kind of mind-boggling. I mean, at its heart, it's pretty simple. It's a rondel. It's probably one of the biggest rondels I've ever seen. It's huge. It takes forever, it seems like, to go from one side to the other. And that's actually really crucial because you can make very strong plans based on, okay, by the time I get over there, I will have my two artists, and that'll be the artist I pick up, and I'll have the money on it, and I'll be firing this person, because I know there's no reason to keep them around because there's no way I'm going to get the other person that they could combine with to do the other action I was going to do. And, oh my God, you just took that. Or, oh my God, you didn't take that. I need to rethink this. The number of times, Jen, I said, I need to rethink this while we were playing. And I mean that in a good way because there's just so much going on, so many plates to juggle. And the single biggest constraint, the single biggest vice that this puts you in is the fact that you can only have 5 active personages on deck at once. And that's just not enough to do everything you need to do because, of course, to be truly successful, you need to excel in all of these metrics. But you can't do it. 2 of the 5 places will supplement you in all the other places, the other 3. And you have to really focus on those 3 to be able to do really well in the bonus section. But there's just no way you can do it all with this super tight noose around your neck. But the thing that's really interesting, and I think kind of separates this from other games, this is not a game where, okay then, this is the game where I'm really going to excel at literature, I'm going to write all the books the world has ever seen, it's going to be amazing, and that's going to be my gravy train to greatness. And you just, as you start to build that engine towards success, you kind of get stuck with it and you keep building it and keep riding it to the end. In this game, all your plans could change on a dime, because it is nothing to hire a couple people and say, oh, I'm sorry, Mehmed and Thomas, you're fired. And now it's Ferdinand and Alfonso, and I've changed everything. Now I'm all about discovery. I am done with whatever I don't even remember what you were. I just fired you. And then suddenly, just like that, because the game allows you to make big sea changes, radical sea changes in a way I haven't really quite seen in a lot of Euros, where you can just completely throw a strategy you've been running for half the game out the window and just, tack in a new direction. And that's very cool, a really interesting feel. It makes the game very fluid, very dynamic, but you need to be, again, because of the tight restriction you're under and the fact that it just takes a while to get around this rondel. And by the time you get to where you thought you had planned everything out, the situation on the ground will have changed and you need to come up with new plans. So, it's very, very sharp. Like I said, if you liked Madeira or Nippon or Panamax, I mean, these guys know what they're doing, making really, really sharp, heavy, crunchy Euros. I will say, this is probably not quite as heavy. This is maybe a little bit lighter. Maybe. It's kind of hard to say. Certainly Madeira is heavier. Maybe this is in the same wheelhouse as Nippon, which I felt was a little bit lighter. Somewhere around there. But it definitely stands on its own. And I kind of have a confession to make to you folks now. Okay. The more I play Nuno and Paulo's games, the more I think Jen and I, we are just smart enough for these guys. Because certainly while we were playing this one, the number of times we said, oh my God, I didn't think of that. Oh. Now I need to change everything. Can I go back? The number of times we just wanted to, I just need to roll back one turn because I didn't see this one thing. This game, I mean, there's surprising hidden depths to plumb here, which you wouldn't expect right up front because it looks really simple. Oh, it's the same 12 objectives, goals every time. Although, man, I really do hope this hits, at the very least, its first stretch goal on Kickstarter, because the first stretch goal is more bonus tiles, so you can mix and match it from play to play. That would be a huge improvement to the game. I mean, don't get me wrong. The fact that your starting situation is randomized and the starting selection of luminaries on the board is random every time, that is enough. Because every time you play, there are going to be certain disciplines that are much more common, certain ones that are very rare. There's going to be races to get those. If you don't think you can get there in time, what are you going to do instead to leverage the more prosperous elements? I definitely think the game has legs like their other ones. But man, I would like to see, those additional bonus tokens, definitely. But yeah, I don't know what to say, folks. I mean, again, Nuno and Paulo have been knocking out of the park. What is it about Portugal? Between these guys and Vita Lasarda, they seem to have the market cornered on really sharp, deep, heavy, dense, complex Euros. And, this is the latest. And that, folks, is La Stanza. And I want to say thanks very much for watching. Have a very nice day. Talk to you later. So long. Bye-bye.